You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and we are again being presented by MainStreet BookEnds here in Warner, where they provide the community with a local bookstore that meets all of your reading needs, plus cards and toys, and reflects the amazing talent of local writers and artists. Today, we'll hear from Ray Martin about this year's Warner Fall Foliage Festival and Parade, which will be televised right here on YCN. Reed's North Restaurant will be hosting the Kearsarge Jam music. Brett Cusick from Northcape Design and Build and his team will be at Crown Point Cabinets in Claremont to tell us about this year's duck drop at Mount Sunapee. And we'll close with a visit here from the Kearsarge Indian Museum. But first, these messages from the good local businesses that are making today's show possible. Remember, buying local is an important way to sustain the communities and programs we all love.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host. The 78th annual Warner Fall Foliage Festival is happening October 10th through 12th, and funds they raise help support local nonprofits, schools, and cultural activities. Tell us more about it, Ray.
Again, from the Warner Fall Foliage from downtown Warner for the festival, speaking for the festival. This year is our 78th year, started in 1947. This will be our 78th year of the town, all the volunteers in the town putting on the Warner Fall Foliage Festival. Again, as always, it's completely volunteer run by a board and probably up to 150 volunteers from the town. What's on this year is that it's the good old standbys. The famous lobster and chicken barbecue is on Saturday and Sunday beginning at 11. We have a oxen pull going most of the day on Saturday. And Sunday we have a woodsman's contest put on by a professional organization. We have the Grand Parade on Sunday. As you mentioned before, I'm the announcer for that. It's a good-sized parade with probably 12, 13 floats in it that reflect our use of foliage or branches and leaves is very critical to winning prizes in that. So there's a 5K run on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Then other than that, it's probably anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 people will show up each day, depending on the weather. Good weather days, we'll have a good crowd. It's free admission, no admission to get in. There is a parking charge if you park in one of our lots, and there is free shuttle buses from the parking lots. So again, free admission, come on down and see us on Friday night for rides, amusement rides, Saturday and Sunday for the full crafts fair. We have over 90 crafters this year, so we have a full complement of crafters. Everybody wants to know, what do we do with the funds that we make? We make anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 a year net profit. That all goes back to community organizations that put in requests for funding, from sports teams to the library to the BookEnds, to other organizations, churches that put in money for projects they have that are capital. We don't try not to fund operational, and it funds. So all the funds that are made are passed back out to the community. I like to call it our own little mini United Way. And again, the final reminder: the dates are Friday the 10th at 6 p.m. They open up the rides. At 9 a.m. on Saturday the 11th, the festival gets going, and again 9 a.m. on Sunday the 12th. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 10, 11, and 12. But remember, Friday night, it's just Friday night. And on those Friday nights and Saturday afternoons, we have all-you-can ride for the amusement rides for the kids for $25, or adults if you want to get on the rides with your grandchildren.
Thank you, and thanks to the Warner community for your efforts towards this wonderful fall celebration. When we return, we'll hear about another highlight of the festival, a music jam. Now, please keep watching your Yankee Chronicle as we hear from another one of the fine businesses that are involved in making this show happen.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the beautiful patio right outside MainStreet BookEnds in Warner. And I'm now joined by Colleen Fisher, who's the front of house manager at Reed's North, just a neighbor a few down here from MainStreet BookEnds. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Excellent.
Thanks
Thank
for joining me. And there's so much happening in Warner all the time.
Is.
But the fall is, I would say, like your staple of activities and things. We're talking about this fun music festival that you're bringing during Warner Fall Foliage. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So Friday night, we're starting off with Wayne St. Jacques. He's a local favorite. He will be playing down at the tent from 5 to 8:30.
Amazing.
Saturday, we started off at noontime with Mikey G. He's a guitar player, storyteller.
Ooh.
And then we have Jimmy Howe coming in, and followed up with Joe Larry.
Wow, that's a lot of music.
It's a lot of music in a night.
And this is the beer tent happening right outside Reed's North.
Right outside of Reed's North, exactly.
Fun. Is this your first year doing this?
No, this will be our third year doing
How
this.
fun. But this is quite the lineup of music.
It is. And then Sunday we have even more. So Sunday from 2 to 3 we have Warren Smith, who's a local bagpiper. Ooh. And then he'll be playing, followed up with Colin Evans, who's our definitely local fan favorite, and he'll be playing from 3 to 5:30.
Amazing. And so the point is, people can come and hear a bunch of great music, enjoy the festival of itself,
Exactly.
but also this beer tent that you guys are providing
We do.
the beer. Yeah,
and we have a lot of food available. We have our signature soup bowls with stews and chowders, and all kinds of good food.
One of my favorite things at Warner Fall Foliage is the feel of fall.
Mm-hmm.
And that though Catherine and I were talking that we have all different types of weather every single year.
That's for sure.
She remembered one year we had sleep, but it is this cozy feel of come have a beer, bundle up, enjoy some music, and you're gonna have some great soups and things like that.
Exactly.
Amazing. And is the music part open and free to the public?
Yes, it is.
Amazing.
Yes,
How fun is that? So where can people find more information and that wonderful lineup that you
Absolutely.
have?
They can call Reed's North, or they can go to our website or follow us on Facebook.
Great. And then Reed's has a lot going on. We've talked to some of you in the past, and you have a lot of different creative nights. I remember one was unique beer tasting, like crazy flavors and things like that. So you have some fall activities coming up. Talk about those.
We sure do. So tonight we'll be hosting our comedy night. We have Tony V coming to join us, and starting off the show will be Kenny Robertson.
Okay.
And then doors open at 6:30, and then comedy starts right at 8 o'clock sharp.
And this is something you're doing every month?
Every fourth Thursday of the month we have a headliner. These are talented people coming out of Boston for us. very lucky to have this it's in our new event space, which is down below Reed's North.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about this event space. It's new to you.
It's new to us.
Yeah.
We've been open for a few months now. We rent it out for whatever, weddings, celebrations of life. We do all kinds of things down there. We have paint and sip nights.
Oh, fun.
It's a lot of fun.
You guys are the event people. You always have fun events.
We have something going on all the time. Yes.
Talk about one coming up that involves gingerbreads.
So on December 7th, we'll be doing our gingerbread house workshop. So you just come and decorate. The house is going to be built for you. So you just come and have fun and to show your talents of making a gingerbread house.
Eat, drink, and have some. Create some gingerbread houses.
Exactly.
Always a lot happening at Reed's North, but
sure.
Exciting as you get closer to Warner Fall Foliage Festival, because I'm sure it's an all hands on deck weekend for all of you.
It is. And we always try to pride ourselves in some great music and where the community comes together and enjoy a nice cold beer and some talented people.
Sign me right up. That sounds pretty amazing. For all the information, visit Reed's North's website and social media. Colleen,
Absolutely.
thanks for joining me, and happy Warner Fall Foliage.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. When we come back, we'll hear about the 2025 Duck Drop at Mount Sunapee Resort. But first, a word from an underwriter that makes this show possible. You could be one too. Email us at ycnnow.com to learn more.
This program is supported by MainStreet BookEnds of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. MainStreet BookEnds of Warner.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, where, and when show of the Lake Sunapee region. I'm Abby Peel, your host. This year's Duck Drop at Mount Sunapee will reach an amazing milestone as they raise funds for the Boys and Girls Club in our region. We now join part of that team at Crown Point Cabinets in Claremont. What's happening, Brett?
Thanks, Abby. This year our event is on October 12th. We started this event 9 years ago with the hopes to raise some money for the Boys and Girls Club. We had no idea it was going to grow to be as big as it is. To date, we've raised over $900,000 for the club, and every year gets bigger and better. Last year, we were able to sell 25,000 ducks, and this year we hope to have more than that. And our event would not be possible without all of the wonderful businesses that sponsor us each year. Last year, we had 63 local companies partner with us, and it's great companies like Crown Point Cabinetry, who've been a part of this thing since the very, very beginning 9 years ago. So Brian, tell us a little bit about why you get involved.
How can you not get involved in an event like this? Seriously, there are a ton of great charities. We get hit up on a regular basis, but I gotta tell you something. When you're talking about the Boys and Girls Club, Central Northern New Hampshire, and you're talking about the Duck Drop, it's not just a fundraiser, it is a blast. And I don't know how many ducks they started with the first year, but they always run out. So if you're gonna go to this thing, make sure that you get your ducks ordered online. When Brett talks about 25,000 ducks, I think my grandkids want me to buy 20,000 of them. So we've got our limits, but it is so much fun and it's such a great cause. And I'm not the one to tell you all about the Boys and Girls Club. I can tell you why we love it, but we're gonna let Tanya tell you how it all works.
Thanks so much, Brian, and thank you, Brett. It's through the efforts of supporters like this that we've been able to grow to the size that we are. And just here in the Kearsarge Sunapee region, we have Andover, we've got New London, we've got Sutton, we've got Warner, we've got Hopkinton, all the way up 89, and we're just continuing to grow. And it's because of great events like the Duck Drop and great supporters like these two gentlemen standing next to me that we are able to come into these communities and provide the services that we do for the kiddos, be it snacks, after school care, before care, and just the support with our staff, interacting with your youth in this community and helping give them, a better afternoon or a better morning to start their day. And so I, on behalf of the organization, couldn't be more grateful.
And the day is such a blast. You start off by buying ducks, and then you take them up the chairlift and you drop them at targets that are built and branded by local companies. Each target represents a prize. If you do want to buy your ducks ahead of time, it is nhduckdrop.com. And we can ask Brian about his target because he builds a beautiful one every year.
Well, I got to tell you, I am very fortunate to be part of a second-generation family business that actually has third generation in here now, and a lot of extended family. We are located in Claremont, New Hampshire, and I have the most amazing crew, truly the most amazing crew of cabinet makers and everybody else that works here, and they do some of the most beautiful work. We're very fortunate to work with quality builders like Northcape, Brett, who runs the duck drop. But none of our support can happen without my cabinet makers doing what they do every day, without everybody in this building doing what they do every day. And they make some of the most beautiful cabinetry, and we have customers in New Hampshire, we have customers in California, we have customers in Texas, we ship jobs to the Caribbean. This crew is so good, I don't go to bed at night and worry about a job that's being shipped to the Bahamas, whether or not it's right. They're really, really good at what they do. And if you want to see some amazingly beautiful cabinetry, give us a call, stop in and see our showroom. We'll take you on a cabinet shop tour. It's really amazing. If you want an idea of what we do when you're sitting in the comfort of your home, get online, check out our website. We've got a couple of different lines, Crown Point Cabinetry and Crown Select Cabinetry. I think you'd be really pleased with what you see. Because we're in the custom cabinet business, we'll build a vanity, and instead of putting a regular vanity top on it, we'll put a top on it that's got a duck drop logo cut out of the top, and you're trying to drop your duck into that logo so that you get a chance to win a $500 Visa gift card. So it's every year we do it, every year it's a blast.
I also love to give a shout out to Mount Sunapee Resort. They've been wonderful partners since the beginning, and they're always there to help us out, create a wonderful day for everybody. And it is a total family-friendly event. Everybody gets on the chairlift together. All you have to be is 3 years old and older to get on the chairlift and drop ducks. And in years past, we've had hay rides and pumpkin carving and bounce houses and axe throwing and all kinds of family events. It's just a great time for everybody. And if you want to buy ducks, I highly recommend you go onto the website and buy them ahead of time. We always sell out. When you buy them online, you get to skip the line, which is wonderful. It's on October 12th, and we'd love to see you guys all show up.
Thank you for all your efforts and the businesses that make this milestone possible. Mark your calendars. When we return, we'll hear what's happening this fall at the Kearsarge Indian Museum. But first, let's hear from another local business that makes our show possible. Please stay with us.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from MainStreet BookEnds in Warner as they get ready for the 78th annual Warner Fall Foliage Festival happening in just a few weekends. I'm now joined by Andrew Bullock, who is the Executive Director of the Kearsarge Indian Museum. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Abby. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
I think first off, it's important to note that that Warner is the home of museums, and the Indian Museum is one that is worth everybody coming and checking out.
We think so, and yeah, we're entering our 35th year, so this is a real milestone coming up for us.
Amazing. Tell the people who have never even heard of the Kearsarge Indian Museum, what are you all about?
Absolutely. A lot of people assume that the museum will have some local native baskets, which we do, but I think the exciting part is this museum has collections that span the continent. So we have 7 different galleries, and people can learn about the differences and similarities all across the continent.
I have been to the Indian Museum, and the amount of artifacts you have is incredible. And I hear too, you change them out too. It's not just, if you've been there once, you should keep going back, correct?
Absolutely. Between the events changing inside, we've also got a lot of outdoor things, so there's always something going on.
Amazing. You have 2 events coming up that are worth mentioning and talking about that are very timely. Talk about the first one happening this weekend.
Yes, how exciting.
Yeah.
So Harvest Moon is our longest running event. It's going to be September 28th.
Okay.
And this celebrates the harvest for sure.
Sure.
But we'll also have some native games and artwork and things like that. People can explore our 12-acre as well as the museum.
Amazing. And I think one of the best parts to mention is all of your events, I believe, are family friendly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely family friendly, and there's something for all ages.
What are the times for the Harvest Moon event?
Harvest Moon will be basically from 10 to 4.
Okay.
And so midday is a great time to get there. Harvest Moon also kind of focuses on native foods. So it's a good chance to check out interesting cornbreads and bison stew and things like that.
Oh, delicious. Cornbread.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with cornbread, especially in the
Absolutely.
fall.
Right.
And then you have one coming up for Indigenous Peoples Day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Indigenous Peoples Day is going to be October 13th. It's a Monday. And what we do on that day is actually have no admission charge for the museum. So people can come at no cost.
Amazing.
And we're going to have some really exciting artists that will be displaying and demonstrating their work. And it's just a great kind of community building event for people to come and enjoy and learn a little bit more about New Hampshire.
And there's going to be a jam-packed weekend already because that is Warner Fall Foliage Festival.
Absolutely.
Are you open during the festival?
We are open during the festival, and people can certainly wind their way through the traffic and get there.
Yeah. And where is the Kearsarge Indian Museum located?
The museum is very easy to find. It's 1 mile north of the village, so if you come into town, go up Kearsarge Mountain Road and turn right on High Lawn. It's 18 High Lawn Road, very easy to find, and we've got signs on Kearsarge Mountain Road.
And a beautiful red building.
Absolutely. We look forward to it.
Yes.
But Warner is such a great town, and we certainly support the festival, and we'll come and we'll be volunteers helping set up and things like that. So it's just a wonderful place.
It really is, and I think Warner Fall Foliage Festival is the epitome of a community event.
It really is, and people just, if you need a backhoe or a golf cart or a bowl of stew, someone will be there for it.
Amazing, and so how wonderful that the Kearsarge Indian Museum is part of this wonderful community.
Absolutely.
Andrew, for people who want more information, what's the best way to get in touch?
Yes, so they can go to the website at indianmuseum.org.
Great.
And that's certainly the best way to find us. Website has a lot of information there. They can also call the museum for details.
I have a lot of memories at the Indian Museum. I would go with my family, my grandparents. We always, as Kearsarge kids, go to many field trips up to see the museum. So it's a really special place, and I think a lot of people should make sure that they pop into Warner and check out the Indian Museum because it's very special and unique.
It really is. We're one of the only museums that specializes in just Native American materials in the state.
Interesting. I was wondering that. How unique is unique, and that is one.
Quite unique, and also recognized as one of the top 10 Native museums in the country. You'll be surprised to hear.
Right here in Warner.
Absolutely.
As it says, a lot happening here in Warner. So,
for sure.
Andrew, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Abby.
It's just such a treat to live in Warner and have all these wonderful businesses up and down Main Street. So we always like to say something wonderful is happening in Warner. So we encourage you to come and check out the downtown. We have restaurants, museums, shops, and friendly people, as well as Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum. It houses a huge collection of Native American artifacts. Through partnership with Native peoples, exhibits, and workshops, Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum serves as a living center for artistic expression, traditional values, and contributions from past and contemporary Native life. If you want to make a loop, you might want to start off at Cafe 1 East. It's a coffee house serving espresso drinks, scratch-made baked goods, breakfast, and more. There's a big front porch, there are board games, a place to relax, and they have open mic nights. Just behind the cafe is the Civil War statue of General Walter Harriman, which is in front of the Black Heritage Trail. We're very proud to have that marker there. These are on the central town green along with the Main Street Warner Lodge. This magnificent building was the original Baptist church in 1833, became the home of the Harris Masonic Lodge in the 1960s, and since 2020, when it was bought by the nonprofit Main Street Warner, is now being restored and renovated to become the future home of community events and an indoor performance area. Head on down Main Street. If you want to check out the Buttonwood Shop. They have nature-inspired art and handcrafts, specialty herbal products, artisan-made ceramic vessels, botanical beverages, elixirs and teas, and seasonal flowers, foliage and plants. It's a fun place to explore. Next door is The Local, a great restaurant. It has a full bar serving excellent food and great selection of craft and domestic beers. It's a family-run and operated business offering an extensive menu that includes handcrafted burgers, sandwiches, and pulled pork. They host events regularly like the Tuesday Family Nights, Team Trivia Thursdays, Open Mic Fridays, and live music on Saturdays. So it's a fun place to stop and have something to eat. Or check out the best pizza around at Charlie Mac's. Located in the back of an old colonial home, they won New Hampshire Magazine's Best of 2024. Warm and inviting, it's always great food. Cross the street and you will see the New Hampshire Telephone Museum. The museum features the collection of the Violet and Bartlett families who collectively worked in the telephone industry for over 85 years. On the adjacent corner is the iconic Pillsbury Free Library, since 1892 Warner's gateway to information, education, and entertainment. Next door is the Jim Mitchel Community Park, opened 2010 with a terrace, gardens, and an amphitheater for outdoor performances during the summer and fall. This connects to the Colonial with an attached barn that was once the home of the Pillsbury family. This is now the home of MainStreet BookEnds and Gallery, a general bookstore with a gallery representing over 30 local artists. Keep on down the street and you will reach Reed's North, a restaurant excelling in New England comfort food, an American tavern with craft beers, a whiskey wall, and cocktails. It's also home to trivia nights and a lot of local musicians. Check out the Warner mural on the outside wall, commissioned in 2021 to celebrate all that was and is Warner, and the 250th anniversary of the town being incorporated. Make it complete by visiting the Warner Historical Society and the Upton Chandler House right down the street. There are Warner exhibits always on site. So there's an awful lot to do right here in downtown Warner, but there's a lot of cozy places to tuck in, a lot to explore, a lot of great food, because, as we like to say, something wonderful is always happening in Warner.
I'd like to thank MainStreet BookEnds for hosting us these past 2 weeks. For more information about the happenings here, check out their website, MainStreetBookEnds.com. Next week, we step aside for a monthly edition of Cougar Chronicle as our Laura James joins Superintendent John Fortney. They introduce us to the people and the happenings in the Kearsarge Regional School District. On board is Nicole Densmore, a longtime music teacher in the district. Michael Bassett, the Assistant Superintendent, will treat us on his thoughts on educating our children. And we'll close with Ask the Superintendent. If you have a question, email him. In 2 weeks, your Yankee Chronicle will be presented by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust from their New London office. Don't miss our live game of the week. This week is Kearsarge Homecoming, and we'll have volleyball, girls and boys soccer, and football. Check out our website for the schedule of times, and all of our games replay starting at noon and 7 p.m. on Sundays and Mondays on TDS TV and Comcast, and available on demand anytime at ycnnow.com. We'll see you in 2 weeks for an all-new edition of Yankee Chronicle from Bar Harbor Bank and Trust with another round of your Who, What, Where, and When show of the Lake Sunapee region. I'm Abby Peel. Fall is here and the colors are great.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort Located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.